got that footage from you. I'm just editing right now. But listen, man, I gotta say, doing a running news show every week is really starting to take its toll. I'm getting tireder and tireder, and this coffee just isn't working anymore.
Yeah, me too. We've been doing an episode of RunnerSpace Live every week since 2008, and now it's 2017. That would make anyone tired. Well, anyways, thanks for finishing up that episode, man. Goodbye. We were so funny, man. Oh. Oh.
Oh man, God, thank goodness you picked up. Okay, look. All right, look, man, I gotta talk about something kind of urgent.
Oh, really? What's up?
All right, so you know World Champ's kicking off today. They're in Eugene, day one. Look, it just seems to me that there's no real outlet for a recap of the news for people to kind of get their track digest.
Seriously? Because it seems like they'd have a lot of people doing that.
Well, no. It's got to be you and Ian, and it's got to be on RunnerSpace Live. People want it, man.
Oh, really? Like who?
Sorry, what's that? You broke up. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Look, you got to bring it back. That show is a vibe. The energy is a vibe. Everything's a vibe. RunnerSpace Live is awesome. All right, come on, you gotta bring it back. Do it for me. Do it for all of us. All of us out here who just want the RunnerSpace Live.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I suppose we could do the show again, but I haven't spoken to Ian since like 2017 when he mysteriously went missing, and I haven't checked up on him since, but I guess I could give him a call.
Yes. Okay, great. Yes. Okay, I'm telling everyone I know that RunnerSpace Live is back. Let's go.
Oh. He hung up. Well, guess I should probably call Ian then. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Oh, hey, man, it's Matt. Are you busy? You sound sleepy.
Sorry, man. I must have fallen asleep at my keyboard. I was just about to upload the latest episode of RunnerSpace Live right now. June 21st, 2017.
Ian, it's 2022. We haven't talked in like 5 years.
What? Total solar eclipse happened? A worldwide pandemic? Hayward Field was renovated? The World Championships are coming to Eugene? Is that why you're calling?
Yes. RunnerSpace Live needs you. That and no one's heard from you in 5 years. Your family's super concerned. You know.
Oh no, I gotta call my family.
Whoa, no, that can wait. We have a show to prep for.
Okay.
All right, so we're a little rusty, so we're gonna have to retrain ourselves. We're gonna have to learn how to hold for applause, because there's gonna be a lot of it.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to practice signing autographs. So many autographs. Okay, this is Worlds. It's not like our old shows. We need ideas.
Good ideas.
Good idea. All right, we gotta step it up. What are we gonna add?
Pyrotechnics.
Love it. We'll throw pop.
No, I think we gotta go bigger. Sparklers.
No, I hate it. Cold sparkled pyrotechnic cannons.
I love it.
Okay, but we gotta do something to get people engaged, pumped up. Giveaway, 15% off French fries.
No. Beer tokens.
I love it.
Okay, what about this? World Championship finish line VIP tickets.
Can we do that?
I don't see why not.
Well, let's do it.
All right. Now we're cooking with gas.
We need something to up the production value. Let's get a jib.
A job?
A jib.
Oh, but somebody needs to be on the jib.
That'll be their job.
Okay, but I don't think you and I are gonna cut it. We need even more energy. Let's fly in Billy Saveco.
Who's that?
The Toad. Okay, we need something to present from. We need a desk.
Way ahead of you. I just built this.
It's gonna need to be bigger.
Okay, well, what about we just use this?
It needs to light up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'll do quite nicely, yes.
One more thing. if we do RunnerSpace live?
But actually live.
Yes.
Well, it just might be crazy enough to work. I'm Matt Barnhart,
I'm Ian Terpin.
and for the first time in 5 years, you're watching
RunnerSpace Live.
Whippity-doo! All right, let's see how this goes. Oh.
Welcome in.
Welcome back to RunnerSpace Live, the first time in 4 years. We're at the Wild Duck. We got coffees.
We got sparklers.
We got sparklers as promised. I don't know if we ever promised that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt Barnhart alongside the lovely Ian Terpin over
Hello.
there.
Thank you.
And yeah, we decided it was too big of a deal not to bring back RunnerSpace Live for the first day of the World Championships. Yeah, man, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. Yeah. Looking back, RunnerSpace Live, I think, we stopped with a fizzle, not a bang, and it feels good to come back with a bang.
With a fizzle.
Yeah, come back with a fizzle or a
Some
bang.
Sparklers, yeah.
But yeah, RunnerSpace Live started in 2008 when Matt and I started doing daily shows of the Olympic trials back then, and it's nice to come back with a big event, first time ever having the World Championships in the U.S.
Yeah, in North America, I believe. So pretty big deal.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So right off the bat, to engage you lovely fine folks, we would like to do a giveaway.
That's right. We're going to have a ton of giveaways over the next 10 days on this show. We got beer tokens. There's going to be some swag, even some VIP tickets, which is a big deal. VIP tickets over there, free beer. It's a nice experience, and the best seats for all evening sessions are still available via worldathletics.diamani.com. That's DIAMANI.com. Or search Cadence Club Oregon 2022. And if you already have a ticket, then you can upgrade to a VIP hospitality experience to beat the crowds, beat the summer heat, and enjoy the open bar with all-inclusive catering. So we're going to be giving away a couple of those tickets at the end of the show.
Yeah, and so right now we have someone back there, somewhere in the ether of humanity, passing around a basket, and people are entering their names into that hat. And whoever's name is drawn, there'll be 2 people drawn, and they'll do a dance-off right here on the stage. And then the winner of said dance-off will win tickets, finish line tickets.
That's right, yeah. There's someone going around right now, and I think to get us primed up for this dance-off that we're going to have later, I think we need to give away some beer tokens.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's see. Can we get someone? Hold on 1 second over here.
Yeah.
Can we get someone to come up for a quiz question to win a beer token? All right, we're gonna wrangle some people, see if anyone wants to come up and answer Eugene quiz question. They can win a couple beer tokens.
You know what, Ian? I just realized these wings behind me. I didn't realize it was framed like this, but it looks like I have wings. Well, not from that shot, I guess. But from the other one.
No, we should have considered that.
Yeah. Not that anyone at home cares, but while we're waiting for a lovely first contestant, our quiz question is going to be about Eugene. If you answer each question you answer right about Eugene, you win a beer token. So.
All right, I think we've got our first contestant here.
Oh, that is just wonderful. You can go ahead and throw on this headset right here. Yep. Hello.
Hi. We'll wait 1 second to go ahead and pop it on.
And
What's your name?
What is your name?
I'm Christine.
Christine,
where are you from?
I'm originally from Ashland, Oregon, actually, but I'm from New York.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
So you might have a little bit of Oregon knowledge, maybe be able to pull off some of these questions.
I hope so.
What brings you into Eugene for obviously I would assume the World Championships, but maybe not. Yeah.
I heard a rumor that the World Champs were happening this weekend. So yeah, this week. Yeah, that's what I'm here to watch.
And you flew from New York?
I drove actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, road
Just
trip.
because that was cheaper than flying?
And
or-
it's fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's all about the
Yeah.
trip, so we're making a journey of it.
Totally. Sweet. Well, yeah,
All right,
let's start
we
it
got some
off.
beer tokens here.
All right.
A whole box of them. I guess let's do for 2 beer tokens. These are Eugene running related questions.
Oh boy. Is that better?
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Okay, first question. What is the name of the famous 4th of July 10K in Eugene, Oregon?
I feel like I should know this. Is it Steve Prefontaine 10K? I'm gonna guess.
No.
No, it's not.
I'll give you a clue. It has to do with our topography here in Eugene, Oregon.
Does that have to do with the river?
No. Think higher. Elevation. than a river.
Elevation?
Yeah.
Talking mountains?
Yes.
Yeah?
Ish.
Think
Smaller.
more beautiful than a mountain,
Oh,
perhaps.
Butte, the something Butte 10K.
Oh, that's
All
close
right.
enough. Yep, there
That
we
is
go.
great. How did you
Congratulations.
get
Here
that?
you go. You,
Butte
Oh
to
my
Butte.
gosh, no help at all.
it's
Thank
the
you so
Butte
much.
to Butte 10K.
Butte to
That's the
Butte.
name of it.
I have
Yeah.
heard of that once,
Yep.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we only have a couple questions, so congratulations on your tokens. We've got someone waiting in the wings. We'll give them another
Thank
question.
you so much for having me.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Good luck.
Oh, this is going to be embarrassing, guys, if I don't know what you're going to ask.
All right, let's see. All right, sir, what's your name?
Ryan Banta.
Ryan Banta. Pleasure to meet you. Where are
Pleasure.
you from?
I am from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, oh, that's excellent,
Nice.
excellent. I just, maybe we should ask some Missouri questions. I wrote some up recently.
You
for an
you
event
have
we were
them
doing.
prepared? Wow, that's
let me
amazing.
think. Well, an easy one, an easy Missouri one. The name of the famous St. Louis Arch.
The St. Louis Arch is the Gateway Arch.
The Gateway Arch. Okay, I
Okay.
think you were in a beer token.
Oh
for
wow,
that.
you gave
That's-
him one. Perfect. Wow.
That was off the top of my head. But okay. Here's a Eugene-related question. What is the name of the Bark Running Trail system located along the Willamette River just north of campus?
Oh, God, guys, you're killing me. First time in Eugene. The Big O. I have no idea.
No. I'll give you another hint. It's named after the same person that a famous Eugene meet is also named after.
Oh, Steve Prefontaine.
Yeah.
Trail system.
Prees Trail.
Yeah.
Breeze
You got
Trail.
it.
All right.
Big bark trail right on the north side of campus there. Great
Yeah.
training ground and really like a highway for pro runners. If you get a chance, anyone while you're in town, go check it out.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, I tell you what, I'll give you another beer token for that.
Thanks, guys.
We've obviously got plenty to work with, and let's just go with one more question here. This one might be challenging, or it might be easy. I don't know. It depends on how much of a track fan you are.
Okay.
3 legendary Oregon coaches: Hayward, Bowerman, and Dillinger. Can you name one thing they have in common?
Okay. So I would say that they all were coaches for the United States Olympic team.
I wonder if that's possible. I don't know.
We don't know
Throwing
that.
the questions back at you guys. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It has to do with their first name.
Oh, they're all named Bill?
They're all named Bill.
They're all
that
named
that
Bill.
was the answer
Yeah.
we were looking for.
Sorry.
But you know, I can't say no to that one. So there you go, 3 tokens.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for
Appreciate
being
it.
a good sport and hopping on.
Awesome.
That,
Thanks, guys.
cheers.
Okay, well, and you know, I know many people see Matt and I on RunnerSpace Live, and contrary to probably popular belief, we don't live together in an editing studio,
Yeah.
but we're both in the Northwest area.
Mm-hmm.
But our next guest, he's not from the area, and apparently he had a bit of trouble getting into town. Let's take a look.
Oh my gosh, Oh my gosh, I missed my flight. How am I going to get to Worlds? I got to go. Oh my gosh, I missed my flight. I need to get to Eugene to go to Worlds, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to hitchhike, run down there. I don't know what I'm going to do. Does hitchhiking even work? Going to Worlds. Anybody want to take me to Worlds? I don't know what to do. Crazy. Oh my gosh. You going to Worlds? No? No? No luck here. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I need to get to Eugene to go to Worlds.
Hey brother, I hear you say something about a ride down to Worlds.
Oh my gosh, Craig Engels, are you going there?
Hop on in, my guy.
Let's go, my guy. Next stop, Eugene, Oregon, baby. We'll see you there. Yee-yee. Whoa, what are you doing?
All right, brother, this is the last stop on the tour to Eugene.
Hey, we're here for Worlds. Thanks for the ride.
Get out.
Oh, what?
Yeah, get out.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Hey!
Hello, welcome in. You know
It's
what, Billy?
Billy.
Billy, you get some sparkles. Let's do it.
Hey!
Here we go.
You get a sparkle.
Let's go, baby.
You get a sparkle.
Lighten it up.
Yeah.
Welcome, Billy.
Heck yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Look, I think anyone who follows track knows Billy the Toad. I first met you at the Armory in New York, and since then I feel like I can't stop running into you. You're at every meet I go to. You're emceeing. You're throwing out swag. You're signing autographs. How'd you get to this point? You got 16,000 Instagram followers.
I think it was million.
Yeah, there you go.
16 million. Yeah, but how'd you get to this point? You're a running personality.
Yeah, I guess one of my favorite quotes is "Catch on fire with enthusiasm, and people will come from miles to watch you burn." So I think I just bring the energy, bring the enthusiasm into something, and I think they're like, "What is this guy doing?" Some like it, some are like, "This guy's crazy," but I think it's good energy for a sport that doesn't get as much as it deserves. And and then I ran at Penn State and Syracuse, so a couple of my teammates were, you got Brendan Kidder, Isaiah Harris, Justin Knight, and those guys ended up, being really successful, but I had to inside source with them, got to shoot a couple videos with them to start things off, and then it kind of just took off like that, I guess. But I just like to have fun. I think fun's the name of the game, and if you put that to something, it's gonna hopefully be successful. So I think that's why I got where I am.
At what point did it kind of become? Did you realize that this could be kind of your gig, like your main gig, doing this track stuff? Because I think for a lot of people, it's really fun. It's kind of a niche thing, but to think that you can actually do it and travel the country like you're doing.
When did I notice? I don't know. I think when people started, when I graduated college, I still wanted to race. So I was living in Austin, Texas, and I was actually Leo Manzano's training partner. I would show up, I'd do
nice.
1,000 meters of his, mile reps or something,
sure.
but I would just hold him accountable. And he's like, "Hey, you want to race? You want to rabbit these races?" So I didn't have a jersey to race in, so I raced in what I drew now is my nickname is the Toad. I drew that, and when I started racing in it, I had like hundreds of kids asked to wear it, and I'm like, "This is mine. Why would you want to wear it?" So that when people were asking to wear my nickname, I was like, that's when I thought I was like, okay, this is something.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's when it.
I gotta ask one more question here.
Yeah.
The nickname, where'd it come from?
It's not the greatest story, but it's short and sweet. Is my dad was my coach growing up, basketball, baseball, coached me in everything, and he would just use that as a nickname. He kind of used it in two ways, though. Sometimes he'd use it as a little bit kind of like the word bum. He'd be like, "Hey, box this guy out. He's a Toad." But then also after the game, he'd slap me on the butt or the back and say, "Great game, Toad." So I started using the vocabulary of my dad in school.
You embraced it.
Yeah, I was a quarterback in high school, and they said, "Get a hold of the huddle," and I yelled, "Come on, you Toads," instead of saying like a swear word or something, and they started laughing at me.
Yeah.
Then they were like, "Oh, you're the Toad," and that's it. They just kept calling me the Toad the rest of the time.
Maybe people who are the GOAT will start referring to themselves as the Toad.
Right,
perhaps.
right. That's right.
One could only hope. Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back to talk about the news, bringing back the RunnerSpace rundown for the first time in half a decade. But before that, we'll take a quick break. See you guys in a few. subscription. This baby put me over the top.
I wouldn't pay for that. I don't like to support stuff. Woo, stinky.
Dude, do you always throw away your socks? That's your Plus subscription right there.
Seriously?
With a Plus subscription, you'll gain access to all our live webcasts and the largest archive of running videos anywhere on the planet. Or you could just be like him.
He steps into the ring for his final attempt. He'll need a big throw to regain the lead. It's looking good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app. Sorry, it all happened so fast.
Welcome back, slowly tilting camera shot. Here we are. Hello.
All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more fire.
Hey!
Hey, let's go, baby.
All right, we're back, and
That's so awesome.
I've been assured that these are cold sparklers, so there's nothing to worry about, folks.
Yeah.
It's and for those of you watching at home, of course, nothing to worry about. Well, it wouldn't be an episode of RunnerSpace Live without some news, so we're going to break down some of the events that came on today. We got a few finals, race walks, the mixed 4x4, but we'll kick it off with the race walks. The first ever medal for Peru in the women's race walk. That was Kimberly Garcia Leon. She set a Peruvian national record and got the win there. Peru's first record. And Japan went 1-2 in the men's 20K race walks.
Yeah, and in the men's hammer, the strong men of the USA, all three Americans advanced, led by Krauser and Kovacs. Always doing amazing things there in the hammer ring. Paul Fadek of Poland had the furthest throw of the day, throwing 80.09 meters to be exact, and he was the top qualifier. On the women's side, Janae Kasanovoy threw the best throw in qualifying. Very impressive. Yep.
Yeah, and in the men's high jump, the Olympic champ expectedly performed. He was the top qualifier with a 2.28 meter jump, 11 men advanced. There he is, looking at him there. That's Mutaz Essa Barshim.
Good form. I know nothing about high jump, but I know that's the Fosbury flop.
Yeah, he's amazing. I actually got to watch him in Doha, Qatar, and he was Qatarian. So the king of all the land came, and they watched it. They shut down all the roads for him to bring his car in. I think his name, the Sheik, is what they call him over there.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they brought him in. Like I tried crossing the street, and they're like, "Hey, you can't move." And I'm like, "I'm going right there, and there's no cars coming." They go, "If you stop, if you don't go, you will be arrested or whatever." And I'm like, "What?" And then I saw 5 cop cars come, guys with guns. I'm like, what in the heck?
Wow.
So it was really cool. He won Worlds for it. He was one of the only Qatarians to be there. So it was really cool.
If Dick Fosbury never got that treatment, I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
Cool. Well, yeah. So, so high jump competition. That'll be exciting to see more of that. In the mixed 4x4, they were trying to get Allison Felix to finish up her career with a gold medal. Unfortunately, she fell a little bit short with a bronze. The USA finished third. There she is. And it turns out this was her 19th world medal.
Oh my.
That's, I mean, just unreal.
Yeah.
I have none. That might surprise
but
you.
Some real drama in that race because it looked like the U.S. might get that medal for her. And they were overtaken in like the last 50 meters by a couple of teams.
Yeah, by the Dominican Republic, ran 3 minutes, 9.82 seconds, and the Netherlands came on there at the end and got silver, so that's pretty cool for them. I'm proud of you, the Netherlands.
They came on right at the very end. They weren't even in the picture until like I was focused on Dominican and USA, boom, 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 and then right at the last time, like, wait, where did they come from? So they weaseled right in there. Yeah, it was great finish, but like you said, would have loved to see Allison get a top gold there. But she still got a medal.
Yeah.
Still awesome to see her do it for like 20 years now or something.
Yeah.
Insane.
It's like a medal a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, so on to the men's steeplechase.
Ooh.
Very excited to see Evan Jagger running well again. He made the final after being gone for seemingly years, not performing up to his top ability due to an injury.
He's had a couple. I talked to some of his friends over here. He's had a couple injuries leading up to this, and he actually didn't have the world qualifier until trials or until USA Championship. So he had to hit the mark to
Yeah.
even. So that race was so big at the US Championships, but it's good to see him back. And
his hair is a little shorter. What's your take on that?
that's why I don't cut mine. You know,
Yeah.
they say they cut the hair, you lose all the power. So maybe that was
right. You get a little lighter, which helped him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the iconic hair I was digging. So.
But another American you want to talk about is Hillary Bohr. He was in second almost the whole entire race, looking smooth, and then with like 2 laps to go, a couple of guys pushed up on him, got in front of him, and then the last water pit, I don't know, it was crazy. He split 2 guys, they all jumped to him. He split in between them and finished home, and the guy that he split up ended up dropping way back. I don't know if he was shocked, if he messed up his stride, but Hillary Bohr, crazy move there, but it paid off, and he's looking really good, and I like him a lot, so I'm looking forward to him being right up there in the final.
Yeah, one to watch in the final for sure. So, yeah, in the pole vault, kind of business as usual. Sandy Morris and Katie Nadeau qualified. They're moving on. Always stoked to see them.
They train together now in Atlanta, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've got a bunch of the pole vaulters to come together because there's running groups. I've heard of sprint groups. I've heard of this, but I haven't heard of many pole vault groups. So it's kind of cool. They got 4 or 5 of them down there in Atlanta, and I think it's good. It's good to they're competing against each other, but they're also growing and pushing the sport together.
Yeah,
which is really
it's pretty cool to see their powers combined for sure.
And the shot, I think, had the best. She won the gold medal in the Olympics. She had the best gold medal tour I have ever seen. She's throwing the first pitch at the Indians then, now Guardians game. She got to go to the Browns practice, and she had medals with Baker Mayfield. Like, she was taking snaps. It was like, I'm like, why didn't anyone else ever do this? She's on billboards. Like, I'd never seen this from other people. So shout out to Katie Nadeau for that. That was incredible. And I just love to see those girls healthy and competing again.
Using your pole vault clout out there. Love to see it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the hundreds. 100 prelims. We got if you're an American fan, it was a great day because 4 Americans won those heats, or 4 Americans won those heats. The fastest time of the day was Fred Curley with a wind legal 9.79.
Insane. That's the 11th fastest time I think ever, right? It's tied for 11th ever.
Yeah.
He was moving. His PR is 9.76, but when I watched that, I was like, what?
Oh man! It's one thing it's exciting to have the USA in there in the mix, but to win all of the heats they were in.
Oh, they were pulling up too. I mean, they all could have been definitely sub 10. It was crazy. They were pulling up, and they. I don't know. Maybe that's the Hayward magic that's happening. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, maybe a possible sweep.
Yeah.
And also let's just mention Trayvon Bromell won his heat with the second fastest time of the day, 9.89.
And really quick, also we'd like to mention that all 3 U.S. women survived the first round. Corey McGee, Sinclair,
Sinclair looked good. She was sitting in like second or third the whole entire time, and she ended up finishing 4th, but all by like a second. Jessica Hall looked very smooth. I know she's not American, Australian, but Tez Gay was looking over her shoulder almost every 100 meters. It looked like she was jogging, so I don't know. Watch out for her too in that next couple days here.
Awesome. Well, very good. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with you after this message from our sponsors, which is us.
He needs to improve 3 centimeters to get back in front. And here's the approach. He's got great speed. Takeoff looks good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Athletic TV brings you the largest collection of instructional videos for coaches and athletes on the planet. Learn from top industry professionals in over 40 sports and fitness categories. Sign up today at athletic.tv and get 14 days free. 6th and final round of the competition. She needs a big one here to get on the podium. Look at that release. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
Save my cat!
Whoa, I got it.
He passed on the last height, leaving everything up to this 3rd and final attempt. Here's the takeoff. Beautiful form. Can he get there? Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
You need to get your hips up.
Welcome back.
Let's back.
All right.
Look at that.
Oh my
Ouch.
gosh. This is
Ouch. It was wasted.
The win. Welcome back.
We're Well, we realized you just came back inside the bar, and we just fired off the cold sparklers to no avail. Should we do it again, Ian?
No, the wind the wind carried. You know, they're not that
Okay.
cold when they hit the back of your neck.
Oh, turns out. Perfect. All right.
Anyway,
Ian.
look, I got a hat full of names here. These are all people here at the Wild Duck. All people here at the Wild Duck. We'll pull 2 of these names, call those 2 people up, and then they'll come up, and they're going to do that. They're going to do a dance-off. Billy's going to be the judge.
Oh my gosh.
So Billy, let's find out who we're calling up for the dance-off.
Yep.
Do they get something from
Yes,
this, Ian?
yeah. Excuse me for leaving that out. They're going to get the VIP tickets. We mentioned these earlier. Incredible
right.
value VIP tickets.
The best seats for all evening sessions are still available at worldathletics.daimani.com, Diamani, or search Cadence Club Oregon 22.
All right, so I'm
All
gonna do these.
Without further ado,
So we got
who are they?
Dwight and Dude. D-U-D-E, Dude.
Okay, well,
No, that can't be.
at
Someone's
least-
named Dude.
at least he wrote his phone number. Let's hand it to our guys off site. They're
All
going
right.
to go find these guys.
Yep.
Um,
Find the Dude.
they're
I
gonna-
really hope it's, what's the guy who plays the Dude?
Big Lebowski, are you talking
Yeah,
about?
in Big Lebowski.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff
Yes.
Bridges, yeah.
He comes out of the Wild Duck and
Yeah, he'll walk up here with a White Russian.
I heard, I'm not sure if it's true, but Sam Elliott, the other guy in that movie, he was actually like a 400 hurdler at Oregon.
Oh.
Don't quote me on that.
Way to tie it into the show, Ian.
That was perfect.
Yeah, but okay. So in the meantime, while they're getting the contestants, let's break down tomorrow a little bit. We got the men's hammer throw final coming up, the women's 10K final, the men's long jump final, the women's shot put final, and the men's 100 final. What are you looking forward to, Billy?
I would say, I don't know. I know. I don't think track and field gets the much love as they need to. I'm always looking forward to stuff on the track because it's hey Ross.
Just one
How
of
you
those
doing?
shows, I guess.
Don't mind
Don't
him.
mind us.
Just-
We're just doing a
Just
live.
a handful of beer tokens for our CEO.
This is actually, that's why we put it here. We know who's going to take the tokens because they're on camera. I don't know. I'm just looking excited for, I said, like, I love the track, the energy. I finally get to see Hayward full. I know that's a bad thing to say on air, but it hasn't been as full as as I would like to see. So I think it's more of just, I'm here for everything. I'm a track fan. I want to see the stadium full and screaming USA.
Yeah.
I know that's not the answer you're looking for. But.
Well, you know, it's kind of remarkable, the men's 100 final on day 2. It seems like usually you got to wait a few days for the ones you're really excited about,
right.
but men's 100 final coming up tomorrow, all those Americans in.
What do you predict? Are we allowed to do that on here or no?
Of course, yeah. Well,
I predict a world record, of course. That's what I always predict, yeah.
Well, I think someone's going to run faster than 9.79,
You
right?
think? Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well, let's see.
I gotta go
are we
find our
ready
dancer.
with our contestants?
If we don't find anyone, Ian and I will have to dance, God forbid.
And actually, let me get this set real quick because we got some
yeah,
speakers.
get those speakers up here.
You can't dance with no music.
Yeah.
We got Dwight and Dude come out here for a dance-off.
Come out.
It's a VIP ticket to tomorrow, all you can eat and drink, finish line ticket, baby. Dwight and Dude come out to the studio.
And you know, honestly, if these guys don't respond, I'm happy to just move on to whoever is willing to come.
You at the table. Yeah.
All right, we got sound going in both directions here. Did you turn these on yet?
While we're waiting, Global Athletics Coaching Academy is up next, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. They'll be right here at this desk. Frank Dick is going to be on stage, and you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be awesome. That's coming up right after this show. Same channel, same website channel you've been watching.
Yeah, and
isn't that right, Ian?
That's correct. And again, we're going to be here every day of the World Championships.
Dwight and Dude.
We're still looking for Dwight and Dude.
Dwight and Dude.
And the dude
or Dude and Dwight.
The dude's having one too many White Russians or something.
Yeah.
every night of the World Championships, we'll be back here. More giveaways, 8:45. So the last event on the track every day is scheduled for 7:50. So gives people a little time to come over here, wet their whistle, and eat a little food and enjoy some track commentary here.
Right.
Matt, how's it feel to be back on stage for
Feels so
for
good.
RunnerSpace Live?
Oh,
after
hi,
5
Mike.
years? Are you,
I don't think.
oh,
Dwight?
I think we got a Dwight or a dude.
Oh, we might have both. Are you
we
dude?
got Dwight and dude.
Are you really? No? All right, Dwight and dude, get on up here.
Let's in.
Dance off. We're serious, yeah. Are you serious? All right. I don't think I can delete it. It's going to the internet, so no. Okay, it's just you each get one turn. Okay, I'll let you mentally prep for what you're doing. This is going to be your music. Okay, that was just a taste of it. All right, so get your moves ready. Billy, you decide who goes first.
Who do we got? Are you dude or
All
Dwight?
right.
Dwight? You're dude?
This is dude, this is Dwight.
All right.
Do you guys want to coin flip a beer token? Here, give me a beer token, Ian. We'll
Yeah.
coin flip it. All right.
All right, coin flip.
All right,
He's
this
got the
side is
cons on it.
RunnerSpace. This side is athletic.net, a great website.
Which one's athletic?
All right, you call it. It was RunnerSpace. Do you want to go first or second? Second. You're going first. All right, dude.
Well, should we let him down?
Yeah, let him get down there.
Let him get down. Give him some space.
Why not?
We got a
Yeah.
camera down there.
Get on down there,
Give
Mike.
him some flames so it looks
All
triple
right,
cool.
dude.
Can
All
you
right,
give him
yeah.
some sparklers?
Yeah, we can do a sparkle.
Let's
Okay.
go, dude. Come on.
All
man.
right, we'll start it with the sparklers.
All right,
You
ready?
start. You start dancing with the sparklers. All
Steady.
right.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, that's good. What do you think, Billy? What do you think? Like,
You
do
know,
you like what you're
I mean,
seeing?
he's got cool outfit. He's got cool shirts, hats. I mean, he's looking good. He's got one move though. Right now, I'd say his flaw
I
is
don't
the
know.
oh, there we go.
He did the knee thing.
Now he's doing it. Okay, he's mixing it up. He must have heard us.
Say, Billy, how long do you think the segment should be?
Maybe a half hour. I want to see this guy dance till he falls down.
It could be,
Oh,
could be an endurance type
I think
thing,
that's probably.
suppose.
I think we can probably cut it there. Let's
I
move
think
on.
that's
All
good,
right,
guys. I think that's good.
Thank you very much for the dude.
Dude,
All right.
let's hear it for dude.
Let's
Here we
hear
go.
it
Here
for
we go.
dude. All right,
Good man.
all
Good
right.
man. Good man.
All right.
All right. Now Dwight he's I don't know. He's looking kind of chilling. His clothes
Yeah.
aren't as crazy, but he's matching. Got some cool
Right.
shoes. You can
Yep.
always cut the rug in some Converses. Let's see. I don't know. He might drop a backflip. I have no idea what he's gonna do.
All right. Let's see
All
what we
right.
can do here. Ian,
And,
count us
and
in.
a heads up to our cameraman because we're starting this with a sparkler that's right behind you. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1,
All right,
let's
hear it
go.
for Dwight. Let's go, Dwight. What you got? Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay. Oh,
Okay.
well, that's kind of cool.
Wait a minute.
He looks
Yeah.
like a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What the?
All
Look
right,
at the
we're-
waves, baby.
once again, we're dancing for VIP ticks here.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Where's
What?
it at?
Where is it?
Where's
Where- oh,
he
there it is.
got it.
Oh, he got
Oh.
it. I was a little concerned, but not anymore.
Okay, Billy, you think you're ready to make a decision?
I don't know. I think he needs to do one more move for everyone.
He doesn't think so.
I didn't like that.
All right.
Let's take a seat. Thanks, everybody.
All right, let's bring him back up on stage here. Let's bring him back up on stage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right,
All right. Hey, dude. Dwight. Dude and Dwight.
both of you. We're gonna come announce the winner.
Dude, you gave up or what? We need you up here, my man.
We're going to announce the winner. All right.
Okay, can we pause this music here?
All right, here we go. We also have this. think it's on.
An interview? Are we doing this?
It might even be on. Who knows? There you go.
All right, so here we go. I'll just
yeah.
say it. So, dude, what did you call that? What would you call your dance moves there?
Gen X, not knowing what I'm doing. Old-fashioned dance.
Oh yeah, that could have been a good TikTok or something. Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, if I knew what that was.
Yeah, what's a TikTok?
Yeah.
Who's that? Never heard of her. Dwight, what was going on with you, man? What was that?
I don't know. That's just the way we used to dance in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty smooth. I kind of
You went
liked
to a
it.
cool high school.
Yeah.
I didn't dance like that.
That's
in
just
high
how
school.
we danced in high school.
Okay. Okay.
Nice, man. Well, Billy, what do you think? Moment of truth. Who's getting the tickets? The VIP finish line tickets.
Dwight, you got it, bro.
Dwight.
Come on, bro.
Congrats,
Come on.
man.
Let's hear it. Dude.
Thank you.
All right.
Congrats, bro.
All right.
Good job,
Go see these fine folks over there. They're going to get you the tickets, Dwight. Thank you very much, guys.
But you have to do that when you're in your VIP section, all right? You got to do that, all right?
And I'll be with them, so they're great.
And I'll bet, yeah, he's taking the dude. All right. Everyone wins.
All right, well,
everybody.
just a reminder, everyone, stay tuned. Right after
my
this
God.
break, we got to talk from the Global Athletics Coaching Academies, Frank Dick, and right here on the same stream.
That's right.
We're going to do a quick commercial break, but you know what? I think for
now. But we're ending this show, so I guess what we should say is RunnerSpace Live signing out.
See you guys.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Ooh, $1.
Ah, good.
Oh, hey, jerk, give me that. I'm saving up for RunnerSpace Plus subscription. This baby put me over the top.
I wouldn't pay for that. I don't like to support stuff. Woo, stinky.
Dude, do you always throw away your socks? That's your Plus subscription right there.
Seriously?
With a Plus subscription, you'll gain access to all our live webcasts and the largest archive of running videos anywhere on the planet. Or you could just be like him.
Here's the final handoff. They were a little shaky in the prelims, but they get away clean here. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
Save my cat!
I got it.
He passed on the last height, leaving everything up to this third and final attempt. Here's the takeoff. Beautiful form. Can he get there? Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
You need to get your hips up.
Athletic TV brings you the largest collection of instructional videos for coaches and athletes on the planet. Learn from top industry professionals in over 40 sports and fitness categories. Sign up today at athletic.tv and get 14 days free. Sixth and final round of the competition. She needs a big one here to get on the podium. Look at that release. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app. He needs to improve 3 centimeters to get back in front. And here's the approach. He's got great speed. Takeoff looks good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
How dare you!
Sorry.
Steps into the ring for his final attempt. He'll need a big throw to regain the lead. It's looking good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
Sorry, it all happened so fast.
Cafe here. We are live in Eugene, Oregon. So welcome. This is quite a hopping place to be. So this is the first night, and we're really excited to be here. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Jimson Lee with SpeedEndurance.com. I'm a master's athlete and a coach. And to my left, or your right, is Frank Dick. So Frank is the chairman of the GACA, the Global Coaching Academy, and the president of the EACA, European Association Coaches. Frank, welcome.
Nice to see you.
Great. So maybe we can start off and explain who the GACA is.
Well, first of all, when the IAAF restructured the governance, there wasn't actually a position for coaching in it. And so I met with Seb Coe, who was actually an athlete in the British team when I was the head coach. And Seb said, you know, I'm 100% behind coaching. I said, well, it would look pretty good if World Athletics had something in its structure that was very obviously coaching. And so we agreed that what would happen is we would create a body, in Seb's words, created for coaches, by coaches, from the coaching community, that would be responsible for all athletics coaching related matters, and to facilitate necessary change, because that's the world we're in, and coaching has to change its position within any sport, because what you must remember, Jimson, is that coaching is not recognized as a profession anywhere in the world. And what I have in mind is that coaches deserve to be a profession, and what we're looking for is to create a sense of professional license at some point that would be recognized worldwide and would give coaching the status it deserves.
No, that's a good point, because here we are, 10 days of track and field, and it's exciting for the athletes. People come and pay to watch the athletes. They pay to watch a world record. But behind the scenes are coaches like myself and Frank. And I think it's really important we talk about coaches' education or coaches' development. Now, I know this is an American base. We all know about the USATF level 1, level 2, level 5. Frank, what's your opinion on coaches' education or coaches' development?
Well, I think we spoke about necessary change, and I sometimes wonder if we're getting coaches' development right. You know, there's some things in life you can be taught. There are other things in life you can only learn. And the way I see it is, you can be taught the science of coaching, but you can only learn the art of coaching through life experience and coaching itself. And it seems to me that if we're going to go down that route, we must give coaches at some point a position where they can take ownership of their own coaching and development. So the way I see coach education and development, if you like, is that we've got an e-learning platform now in World Athletics anyway, but it's like going into a big mall, a learning mall. And you know, here in the States, you can have some optional credits when you're going for a degree and some mandatory credits. And I think that's the way it should be in coach education. So we can go into the mall, if you like, each coach with his own shopping basket, and 70%, for example, of the coach education is mandatory, because these are the things that you need to do to be need to know to be a coach. But the other 30% should be your choice in terms of your development, because the truth is in life that all the quality coaches I've ever met knew where they needed to know more, and they had a sense of urgency for a journey that never ended in terms of learning, that it never stops. And the odd thing in life is, and I'm not a young boy anymore, as you know, I'm kind of a dinosaur, but the less young you become, the more you realize you don't know everything.
But the thing is, as we know today, so we're here for the Coaches Club, which is every day, 3 sessions a day, and we had a great session with John Smith of HSI, and we talked about coaching journeys. Everyone has a different path. You know, you don't have to be a successful athlete, Olympic athlete, to be a good coach, and conversely, the same way around. Our other expert coach went through the other route, through a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, being an apprentice, working for a federation. So Frank, where do we start? Like, how do we get more coaches? Because we clearly, our sport needs more people. Where do we start in coaching?
Well, we've got our own learning journey, and I think every journey in life, when you're going to have a career, if you like, but particularly in coaching, it starts not with a talent, but with a passion. You know, you really love what you do, and you love the notion that you can help kids deliver their dreams. And there's a phrase that I coined some years ago, that athletes make excellence happen, coaches make excellence possible. And I think we have that behind us. That's what drives us as a coach, and that's the start of it. How you pursue that journey, I think, will be highly personal at the end of the day. But I say, we have to start with some kind of a foundation of science, if you like, the coaching science. And that, if you like, is the technical part of our job. But our job as coaches is really in 2 parts. There's a technical part and there's a people part. And to be quite honest, I don't care how much you know about the technical. If you don't understand the people, you're going to be out of business in all of this. And the people business is the stuff that you learn through life experience. But as Vernon Law said, the problem with experience is she's the cruelest of all teachers, because she gives you the test first and the lesson second. And I think that's something we have to buy into as coaches. You know, there's part of our life when we lead the process in advance. We prepare people to go in. But the learning part is to be there after the person's had the experience to help them make sure they've learned what was out there to learn.
Yeah, but do we make the sport more professional? Do we have to get an undergrad degree, or do we need to go through level 1 school? Like, what makes you professional? Like, to be a doctor here, a lawyer, you just can't do your undergrad and your PhD. There's a board exam. You have to pass a certain credential to be a doctor, to perform surgery. So do coaches need that kind of coaching, that kind of credential?
Well, it's a really good point, because at the moment, it sounds like if you've passed the exams, you're there for a coach. And you and I know that's not true. And you're quite right. If you study law at university and you pass all your exams, that doesn't make you a lawyer. If you study medicine and pass your exams, that doesn't make you a doctor. There's a professional body that deals with that. And actually that's part of what the Global Athletics Coaching Academy is. We're looking forward to creating a kind of a minimum standard of professionals, or professional behavior and performance that will be recognized by a coaching body, not by somebody else, but a coaching body itself. And I think it's a difficult one to sell that. Sometimes coaches say, well, we don't want to have any other qualification. And what I'm saying is, I want you to have a professional set of standards that define who we are as coaches. I mean, it may surprise you to know we're doing a study. It started off in Nairobi. We did it again in Belgrade. We're doing it here with the coaches who are with the teams, and we'll continue to do it in Cali. And the study is to examine what are the qualifications, what's the background coaches have to get an accreditation to come to be a coach with the national team. And it may surprise you to know that in the first part of the study, there were at least 10% of the coaches who were accredited to be at a World Championships who had no coaching qualification at all, right? And I think that should be a kind of a minimum standard. There were other coaches who had never addressed a code of conduct. There were other coaches who didn't understand safeguarding. And I just think these things should become a minimum set of criteria. And we're going to propose that towards the end of this year to protect coaching itself and the coaches who belong to it, and to give them a sense of professional pride and position in the sport.
Well, with safeguarding, that opens up a big can of worms. So we'll get to that in a second, but let's talk about the USA system, since this audience here is American. Is level 1 old-fashioned, like a dinosaur, a weekend course, 1 exam, 150 questions, multiple choice? Is level 2 old-fashioned, 8 days, 2 weekends, 30 hours of lectures, 40 hours of practical, and an exam or a workshop exam? What do you think about the old-fashioned level 1, level 2s? Are they out of date?
Well, I have to say the CECS program that World Athletics does, they have at the moment 3 levels, and the 4th level is going to be academy courses. And I have to say they've seriously reviewed how they provide their education. And you think what's been happening during COVID is that there are more and more webinars. You've got a world-class webinar yourself. There are more and more webinars and things out there that actually are more relevant to coach development than the formal stuff. And also there are different ways that people learn now. For example, there's a crazy little piece that went out in YouTube. I did an interview some years ago, and somebody said to me, it was a TV production, and they said, what's winning, Frank? And I created this little story about a little girl and myself, Mr. Dick, Mr. Dick. And I go through this whole story. And the punchline is, winning is being better today than you were yesterday, every day. Well, that little story took 2 minutes and 18 seconds to deal with. As we speak, it's done 920,000 hits. Now, I'm not saying that to say I'm a clever guy. That's not the point. This is not about me. It's about how people learn. They want smaller bites of information on the move. And I think we've got to get far smarter at helping coaches to find the time and to pick up these little lessons and move on by just being smarter at how we tell stories and how we get the message over.
No, for sure. No, absolutely. And I think the internet is a minefield. Everyone has an opinion. In the old days, you know, you would read the New York Times on the subway and that's it. You're done. But everybody has an opinion. There's so many internet gurus, so many coaches out there who have more followers than say I do or you do combined. And all of a sudden they're popular. People follow them. People listen to their advice. And some of them just make me cringe. So with social media the way it is, and with what we learned with the pandemic the last 2.5 years, we now have different modes of learning. So how can we structure that? Like how can coaching education really work on you know, new ways of technology, new ways of learning?
Well, it's a very good point, because really, you know, if you think about passing a ball in a game, right? It's less important to know the pass that you want to give than to know the pass the other person can use when they receive it, right? And I think what we've got to get smarter at is knowing the people out there, because we all learn differently, Jimson. There are different ways that we learn, and it's changing as we move forward, different generations coming through. We've got to understand, far better understand, how people like to learn and be comfortable at fitting our programs into that. Now you might say, well, how on earth do you deal with that? Well, we can lean into technology a little bit more in this. Why are we not using artificial intelligence to help create programs that actually fit the individual rather than ask the individual to fit into our programs?
Oh, there's a lot of AI work right now done for technology. I know I'm evaluating a product called VUE Motion, VUE Motion, and you upload your 20-meter sprint out of the blocks on the fly, and it's able to use AI to determine how you're running, your ground contact, your stride length, and it'll tell you, you know, your arm, your angle's not working. So technology is really surpassing faster than we think, and I think we have to thank COVID for that. We were all stuck at home for 2.5 years, and now we're really exploding. So, and it was great to see, I think, as well, that in this day today, we're seeing so many, you know, other than Americans and Jamaicans running sub-10, we have Asia and all these other countries you would never think. So I think technology, I think training is reaching worldwide.
Yep, but just picking up on that and how we learn, you mentioned earlier that one of the reasons we're here is to GACA worked with World Athletics to create what we called here the Coaches Club. Now the Coaches Club originally was the idea was to have a place for coaches to meet, network, learn bits and pieces while they're here, and that of course is happening. But again, during COVID, we learned to communicate virtually, and so there's a virtual club. And to me, the really exciting thing about that is that there are people sitting in South Korea, people sitting in the Asian, the subcontinent of Asia, people sitting in Africa and so on, who would never in their lives have a chance to come to a World Championships. But we can take the World Championships to them through the virtual communication. Yeah. We can take the education and how we are learning here, this is educating on learning on the move, we can take the messages from here and the experience of here and take it to them. And so here's another way, if you like, of education working and how GACA, if you like, can work towards coaches and help them in the development when we know that there's no other way that these coaches could get that piece of education.
Okay, so I know on right now live we have a lot of coaches listening. Where can they go for support?
Well, in terms of the club and so on, if you go onto the GAC Global Athletics Coaching Academy website, you can register remotely, and even if you can't be here, even if you don't have enough time to watch it during the competition itself, because you're registered, you can access all the recordings. So in your own time, you can pick up bits and pieces of learning and education, cherry pick the whole thing, and by the way, every coach's club is recorded like that. And what we are doing now is trying to go to, for example, Nakatka's conference, the one that we do in Europe, the International Festival of Athletics Coaching, IFAC. we are storing all of that information on the e-learning platform so that at any time you can cherry pick your various presentations, go into them and access them again in your own time.
Yeah, but is all the area associations equal? Like I know we belong to the EACA. UK is still part of the EU in some ways, right? So we have the, when Frank said NCACVA, it's North America, Caribbean,
and Central America.
Central America. So he has that body, and we have like Oceania, we have Asia, we have so many different bodies. Are we all talking at the same level?
Well, no, of course not. We all learn in different cultures at a different level. I get that. But one of the dreams of creating the coaching community was that, for example, Oceania is just re-establishing itself. One of the things that we can give them now is access to what NCACVA's done, the learning platform, and we can get these communities speaking to each other. We can also, of course, some of the countries are very underdeveloped, but what we can do then is tailor what we've got to their needs simply by talking to each other. I mean, my big dream, to be quite honest, is that, because coming back a stage, not every member federation out there allows coaches to have an association. What we are trying to do is to support the establishment of these things and connecting them, so that one day there'll be a global alliance of coaches associations, where, and hopefully linked to that will be the notion of licensing, having everybody on a world register, so that your qualification and your status as a professional carries wherever you go in the world. Currently, that's not always the case. At a negative level, Jimson, you might be disappointed to hear that sometimes at the moment a coach can have a misdemeanor in one country and get themselves into trouble, be banned, but simply move to another country and do exactly the same thing. And I think it would be pretty useful to have a professional body like GACA monitoring what goes on in the World Register and making sure that coaches are properly supported and defended where necessary, to make sure that safeguarding, coming back to that, is a two-way street. Well, the coaches need to be safeguarded as much as the athletes sometimes.
No, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of cases of coaches being suspended for actions, and it's all goes back to, you know, he said, she said, all about my word against your word. So how can we protect coaches? Because, you know, it's just too many cases. I don't want to name them here. I don't want to name names, but we're just seeing way too many cases of conflict.
Yeah, but the good news in all of this, Jimson, is that, and I'm really very proud of what World Athletics has done in this. They've created a safeguarding policy, and they've made it very clear this applies to everyone, right? And I think the only difficulties that we're having at the moment is working out what is the process, what is due process that makes sure that everybody is treated fairly when somebody comes out with some kind of an accusation or whatever. But I say the good news is World Athletics is taking this on board, and in fact, on one of the presentations here at the global at the Coaches Club will be to explain to the coaches where that's going, and to ask the coaches how can they make it effective for everybody.
But to be honest, I'm coaching, and I'm getting afraid of my actions. I'm getting afraid of getting charged or allegations. For example, there's some things I can't say anymore that I could say 20 years ago. I can't yell anymore at my athletes because they can go home and tell mama, oh, my coach abused me. Well, he just called you a name. It's just a name. It could be a shoe, you know. I didn't, you know, not profanity, not racism, but just, oh, you're a lazy shoe today, you know. If you don't want to work out, just go home. And then I can get suspended for that. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
But again, this comes back to process. I mean, unfortunately, the perception of bullying or abuse or harassment is very personal. You know, it's just what's in that person's mind, and I could call you something that you decide is offensive, and everybody else around you doesn't think it's offensive at all. But because you think it's offensive, I've committed a felony, if you like, at that point. What we're trying to do through the safeguarding program is to try to examine all of this, and at what point can we intervene and give a proper process of hearing and understanding so that we don't get he said, she said stuff going out there. And some coaches, I mean, a few years ago, there was a coach, I won't give you the country or whatever, who ended up, he was accused of misbehaving with by an athlete. And he lost his job, he lost his marriage, he lost his license as a coach. 18 months in the process, the athlete said, actually, I just made it up. I was so mad at what he'd done. But that doesn't repair the damage that was done at that point. The guy's life was finished. And we've got to get to a point where that doesn't happen. Right. And that I believe will come not only by educating the coach, but by educating the athlete. I think there should be mandatory courses that people can do, even online, to get the education right first, and then build how you apply that education and practice second.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about the level 1s, 2s, and 3s. What are your thoughts about apprentice coaches? Like our earlier guest we had today was an apprentice for a federation for a while. Then he was an apprentice or assistant coach for 2 other well-known famous coaches. And now he's his own club. He's a professional coach, has 3 great athletes. So what's the best way? Is there a school system? Are you better off just being an apprentice or shadowing, as we call it?
Well, I guess this really comes down again to how we each individually learn in life. But I think whether it's mandatory or not, I think everybody should have a person that they can speak to. I don't know if you want to call them a coach or a mentor, but somebody you can go and have a conversation with from time to time and share your philosophy, share your ideas. Sometimes we make decisions in life out there, having had the experience that it's worked, it's not worked, but having had the experience, have you learned from it? Get a hold of somebody that you can sit down with afterwards and say, I made this decision, and the person who's mentoring you could say, was there another decision you could have made? Could it have been better? Could you have done something differently? And I think we need, certainly in our growing years, you need that. But to be quite honest, Jimson, I've still got mentors now that I go to speak to on different aspects of whether it's practical coaching or whether it's coach learning or even the notion of the license moving forward. I'll go to them and sound out the ideas, and at the end of the day, they've got to give me, I'd like them to give me feedback that's candid, that will help me grow and develop. And you might say, well, you've not got much longer to go, Frank. Well, I'm still going to be learning for a while yet.
No, it's great to hear. So I think there's many ways to do this. I think we're in a really transition times with COVID, social media. This is not the same it was 10, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago for that matter. So how about the athletes? I mean, should the athletes be regulated as well? Should the athletes have a voice? Obviously they do, but how does an athlete speak up if they feel things aren't right? Because as you said, one bad word and that can make the athlete just complain.
It's a really good point, because I mean, if these things happen, you first of all start to question, was the relationship right in the first place? I mean, most coaches don't have a written agreement with athletes, but I would say that a coach has a right to one, so that there's a very clear understanding of the behavior levels, the standards that the coach wishes the athlete to meet up to. I mean, even simple things like, I don't know what you guys do out there when an athlete comes to speak to you for the first time, but what I routinely do is say, first of all, what do you want? And where is it you're trying to get to here? What do you want? Or as the Spice Girls would say, what do you really, really want, right? Second question is, how much does it cost? And I'm not talking about economics here. I'm talking about the sacrifices you're willing to make, and the tough stuff you're going to have to go through, and the time you're going to have to spend, and the energy. And finally, are you willing to pay that price? Now, I think once you go through that, you begin to set standards. You begin to have clear understandings. If necessary, get them written down. Because if at some point down the line, people are falling out with each other, there was something wrong with the roles and responsibilities, and the understanding of the standards in the first place. And I think if you're going to create any relationship in life, let's make sure we understand it to begin with. But then, of course, as in any relationship in life, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your partner, whether it's with colleagues, it has to be worked at. You can never leave it alone. Never assume a relationship is going to be the way it was when it started. You've got to work at it to make sure you're all on the same page.
No, I think it's great to see an athlete having one coach all their lives. And it's also sad to see athletes hopping and changing coaches every 2 years, every 3 years, every year. You know, things don't work out. I didn't PB this year. Oh, I'm changing coach. So how can we sort of safeguard those coaches who you spend 10 years developing an athlete, and the minute they get good, bam, they take off?
I get that, but if you think about the relationships, there are actually four, to me, systems that work. One is the escort system, where you start off, Sebco with his dad, starts off and sees him right through to the Olympic podium. Now that can happen, but I promise you it's happening less and less these days. The second one is what we'd call the transfer system. And the transfer system is like going to school. You have an infant teacher, he or she takes you to a particular level, you pass on to another teacher, you pass on to another teacher, and each one of these is specialized at that stage of your development. Okay. You can get to a particular position and somebody needs to take over from you. Now, you might think, well, that can't happen in a formal way, but if we go back to the former East Germans, now, okay, they got a few things really wrong, but one of the things they got right was their education process and the relationship side. Do you know that they knew from the beginning who coached them to begin with, who coached them to begin to be a specialist, who ultimately was coaching them as an Olympic athlete? If the athlete got a gold medal, all three of these coaches got a life pension. Now, I'm not saying we could do that here, but I think we have to respect the fact that that system works. The other one is what I call a partnership system. When I was working with Daley Thompson, I couldn't look after all 10 of his events. I could look at five of them, but I had another 4 coaches dealing with the other events. Now, that system was for Daley, because I was not, I accept I've got my limitations, and you can't make the athlete a victim of your limitations. But there's another version of that, and that is, what if you as a coach have been working with kids up to the junior age group, but normally you don't take them any further because you know that's it. But one day you've got an ambition to take them all the way. When you get to that level, you don't want the kid to be the victim of your inexperience, so we find another coach to partner with you, a different kind of partnership, so that the relationship doesn't break up and it allows you to take the athlete all the way.
Okay, so one final question, and then we have to go. So when Usain Bolt was running, I would pay for a ticket because I want to see Usain Bolt, not Glenn Mills. Here we are at Wild Duck, we're at World Championships. We're here to see Sydney McLaughlin probably destroy the world record again. I'm paying money to see Sydney. Well, actually, I have my ticket, but you know what I mean. You're paying money to see Sydney. I'm not here to see Bobby Kersey. What do you think about that? We're here for the fans at the end of the day. We're here for entertainment value. We're here for the people who are paying tickets to see these athletes, not the coaches.
Okay, short answer to that one, because I know we're running out of time. Remember what I said earlier. Athletes make excellence happen. Coaches make excellence possible. I'd like to have really serious conversations with coaches like Bobby Kersey and say, how do you create possibility?
On closing, that's great words of advice. At this point, I want to thank RunnerSpace.com. I want to thank Wild Duck Cafe for hosting us. I hope you found this talk entertaining, enlightening. I hope there's a few pieces you can take away. And please, if you're nearby, please stop by the Coaches Club. We're at the music school, just a 5-minute walk west from the stadium. And we have 3 sessions a day, 8:30, 12:30, 1:30. There's always something to learn, someone to see. And yeah, we'd love to see you there. Frank, thank you for taking time to speak to me, and I hope this was good for a lot of people.
Well, thanks, Jimson, and again, thanks, Runners World.